what does unity mean to you? How do you define unity? For the same reason you asked me, how do you get to a plane, understand where people come in a plane? What was incredibly surprising and powerful to me was that almost everybody used some subset of, I would say, the same 12 or 15 words to define unity: respect, trust, empathy, compassion, teamwork, patience, listening, and go on. You can't fix a problem if you don't define it the same way, which is kind of what you're, I think, driving towards. As it related to this question of unity, Americans defined it the same way. I thought that surprised me actually a lot. And what I also heard from a vast majority was a belief we are not as divided as presented by politicians and by media. And even those who thought we were didn't want us to be. So there was a common desire to do that. Next to where you're going, consistent blame for that on, in particular, media, both traditional and social media. And to a T, almost everyone said, I know I'm not getting facts. They use those words. I know that I'm not hearing truth. I'm hearing opinion. I know I'm being manipulated. And now, the answer for most then is ignore and unplug from it rather than deepening time, energy, research. And I was very positively impressed by what I would describe as the common sense of our fellow countrymen, right? It's a little bit, you often hear when people run for president and they travel the country, how they changes them. I get it, right? You walk away with an appreciation that there is a lot more common sense and a lot more thoughtfulness than you hear in the media, right? Because the media is here, you're hearing 15%, really less, but 15% on each sides who scream the most loudly, who are the most divisive, who challenge facts the most because they're making a financial living or an emotional living on fighting, on divisiveness and discord.